Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. I'm Ryan with eXp Realty, and today I thought I'd hop on here, give a quick video to share some open house tips that I've gained over my time as a realtor and a buyer myself. I was taking a look at a tour this weekend for my clients, and I noticed that between Stamford and Norwalk, there's over 50 homes having open houses both Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be busy. So I want your time to be productive if you're one of those people that's headed out onto the road. Tip number one, be prepared to take your shoes off. Wear shoes that are easy to slip on or off. There's a lot of people that don't want a lot of dirt tracked through their house. You want to be respectful of their property, especially if the weather is going to be bad. So wear some comfortable shoes, but shoes that you're not going to have a ton of laces tying every time you go into and out of a house. Take your time when you're there. Don't feel rushed. Explore every single room that you can. Try and visualize your stuff in there, what you would use that room for. There's no rush when you're doing this, unless, of course, you're on a schedule and you have to get to the next house. But definitely don't feel rushed and take your time. Talk to the agent that's hosting the open house. Ask them if there's any issues or repairs that need to be made. Maybe you're planning your budget. Ask them about any utility costs, if they have an average of utility costs on a per month basis. And definitely don't be afraid to ask if there's any offers on the table. If it's a home you're interested in, you might want to know. So if you're working with an agent, you can let them know to move a little bit quicker. That being said, you don't want to be too vocal. The seller's agent is most likely the one hosting the open house or one of their colleagues, but you don't want to jeopardize any potential negotiations down the road. So kind of keep your opinions to yourself a little bit, but be curious, ask questions about the home to get as much information. Just don't overshare maybe your excitement for the home or what you may be willing to offer for the home. Check the basics of the house. See if you can tell how old the roof is. Check for any water or mold stains. Definitely notice the conditions of the windows. These are all things you can just make a mental checklist of, so as you're looking at other properties, you have something to compare them with. Absolutely get a sense of the neighborhood. I always like to drive to the very end of a street if it's a dead-end street, or drive around a couple of the side roads, imagining where I'll go for a walk or go for a run. But you want to know what the neighborhood feels like. One great tip that someone shared with us when we were buying our home was to go back in the evening and go back during rush hour. If you're out on a Sunday afternoon, the traffic's a little bit lighter, go on a Friday or go on a Monday if you can, if you have time in this fast moving market. Try to look beyond any staging that's there. While the nice new couch looks good or the bed looks good, try and imagine your furniture in that home, and definitely try and look past old rugs or weird color choices for rooms. All of that stuff can be made quickly, but don't not buy a house because you don't like the color of the bathroom. All of that can be fixed. Bring a family member or a friend with you. It's always good to have a second pair of eyes. Sometimes they're going to see something that you may have missed. And it's just fun to talk about their perspective on a home. If it's something you think you like, maybe they can give you some good reasons why your gut is right. Leave your contact information with the realtor. Maybe you're not digging the house. Maybe you already work with another realtor, but that's okay. Sometimes things change when you revisit it in your mind later that evening, and you want that realtor to be able to reach back out to you to let you know if there's been a price reduction or if anything else changes with the status of the house. I mentioned this a second ago, but absolutely trust your gut. If you don't feel good about the property, if something feels off, even if everything else looks perfect, just trust your gut and move on to the next property. There's always going to be other homes out there. And finally, not only should you be working with a local realtor, but you absolutely, if you're getting a mortgage, need to be talking to a lender. A lender is going to be able to talk to you about your finances and make sure that you're looking at properties within your price range. Those are all the tips I've got for you. If you have some of your own that you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any ideas for other videos, let me know that too. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and thanks for being here. See you next time.